So, yeah, I'm back, and I realize I really need to fucking shave, or trim, or brush this shit. It's fucking horrible. I hate it, because I don't have the good black jeans. I got the really bad ones. All the ones that make me look like typical nigga. Look at this shit. This is not cool. Like, why? Why, genetics? Why must you do this to me? Like, could I not have shitty facial hair? Like, I would not give two fucks if, like, I had, like, the worst looking eyebrows or some shit. No, I get, like, this beady, nappy, I have to comb it, brush it in that order after a shower, and then continuously do it throughout the day kind of facial hair, and it's still nappy. That shit, like, why? So we're in civilization. We're at a gas station of some sort. A Conoco Phillips. I've never heard of it. Not going to ask where the fuck the name came from. Houses. Trailblazer. Yeah. Yeah, so Rip ran into the gas station to go do whatever, I don't know. So I'm just sitting in the car keeping myself entertained by making more videos. Come to find out, we actually have way more memory than one would ever, like, expect. Well, of course, this is a fucking Android, so I'd be kind of surprised if we didn't have good memory. I really don't even know why I'm making a video, because if I'm in civilization, it means there's internet to this phone, which means I can sit on Facebook for the next, like, 30 minutes or so, before not being able to do anything else as we traverse deeper into the middle of fucking nowhere. Golden Corral is behind me. You probably can't see it or whatever. Yeah, like, there it is. So, yeah, there's a kid next to me that's definitely looking at me and thinks I'm crazy as fuck, but I give not a fuck at all. Fuck that kid. Probably can't see him. Fuck white boy. Fatty. Eating your apples or whatever. This is boring as shit. Like, I'd rather be on a trip to, I don't know, I'd rather be going to sleep, but he kind of needs somebody to be awake and look out for shit, and it's complete opposite of what I've been doing this entire time. I've just kind of been, like, brain dead and not looking out for shit. I've just been looking for people or buildings or something that says, I give off internet, so you won't be bored, but nothing. So we have arrived in Palmyra, and we're gonna merge onto US 61 North to Canton, and then we're gonna continue to Missouri 27 North. We're going to take US 136 ramp to Wayland and Coca. And then we're probably going to get lost because this place is literally in the middle of nowhere.
I remember.
The GPS did not know where the fuck we were at the first time we went, which, by the way, I didn't go with Ripple the first time. I went with my Kentucky family, my Kentucky Smash
Quite a drive.
family. It was like a 10-hour drive.
I don't think it was worth it.
And it wasn't worth it. I didn't, like, to show how dumb I was at 18, I decided to go to this tournament, despite the fact that, like, my manager was like, I need you here to work for this Magic pre-release or whatever, which in my head registered as, oh, so you want me to sit here with these pretentious assholes that don't get laid and don't do anything else except play with these stupid-ass cards and act like they're better than people because they play these damn cards and they're really good at it. No. No. Especially since I gave a notice that I was taking off for the weekend to go to this tournament, and it ended up being in a van with 7 people, one of which probably had swine flu, and like we were all just packed in here for fucking 10 hours being exposed to this shit, and probably gave it to like everybody else at the venue, which I don't know if like anybody got sick after the tournament, but if you did, blame Zyson, because that was his fucking fault. Like, the dude was dead in the corner of the van, and I was sitting in the same seat as him, except I was like on the other side, because I was like, I want to be as far away from that nonsense as humanly possible, because I don't have the money to go to a hospital and take care of whatever the fuck happens, so I'd rather not get sick. So I ended up losing my job. Didn't get sick, but I ended up blowing ass at the tournament because I was bad. And I'm still somewhat bad, but whatever. And basically it was just not really worth 10 hours. Like, the fucking highways in St. Louis were like, hey, guess what? We're letting you off right here because we're not quite done with construction, and we're not going to tell you exactly where you should get off. Like, we're not going to tell you, 10, 15, 20 feet ahead of time. We're going to tell you when you get there. And we're in East St. Louis at like 2 in the fucking morning.
Drinking protein or muscle milk. This is the first time like I've had it. I'm just trying to retain my muscles mass since I'm trying to be Paul Bunyan for Halloween, so I'm trying to gain a little bit of muscle before then.
That's like in 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
Should have thought of that like back in August.
I've been walking around a lot more though, so I know I don't want
that he's that's implied exercise. By the way,
it takes me 40 minutes to walk to class every day. That's just a one.
I walk home from work, which is about 30, 35 minutes, maybe. I don't fucking know. It's a long enough walk that I don't feel like doing it, but I do it anyway, because I want to save that $1 that I don't want to spend to get home in like 10 minutes. But yeah, so back to my first Cahokia experience, which was absolutely ass. So yeah, like the highway kicked us off in the middle of East St. Louis, like 2 in the fucking morning, and it's like, what, 7 white dudes? No, it's like 5 white dudes and 2 black guys. Well, 1 half black guy, and then me. And we're in East St. Louis. And if you know about East St. Louis, you know that motherfuckers get shot for next to nothing. Like, you get shot just for being there. Oh, you're in East St. Louis? Here's a bullet. It's basically how that shit works. So we stop at a gas station that looked shady. We're like, hey, let's go to a different gas station. And that motherfucker looked just as shady as the last one, if not worse. Actually, it was worse, because this shit looked like a prison. It looked like a small prison. It was like barred up, caged up, and they had to buzz you in. When you have to be buzzed into a gas station, that's an issue. And then the cashier was sitting behind bulletproof glass with chicken wire. What the fuck, St. Louis? Why? Why so violent? Like, I looked at St. Louis's Most Wanted, and there was a bitch on there that looked more intimidating than Suge Knight. And for those of you who know who Suge Knight is, that's a big, scary motherfucker. And this bitch made him look not even anywhere near as right. Made him kind of look like Michael Clark Duncan. So, yeah, like, what the fuck? Like, the whole trip was, like, just topsy-turvy and bullshit, and haven't exactly been down for Cahokia since. And yet, here I am, on my way to Cahokia. There's fields and something that resembles habitations, or whatever the fuck. And I don't know how much longer we're going to have on this ride, but I know that I'm not going to enjoy most of it.
We're going to have to call Andrew.
were going to have to call Cook up to let him know that we're going to be late as fuck. Thank you, surgeon. Thank you. You could have saved us like 40 minutes by just saying, hey, I'm just going to sleep in tomorrow. Don't bother picking me up. And we'd have been like, cool. And we'd have taken our asses on to Coca. And I would have made this like 45 minutes earlier.
I'm trying to think of how much time we got left. We only have like 40 minutes, so we'll make it by 11:30, I hope. That's if we'll make it to Cahoga in 40 minutes. I don't know if we'll find the venue in 40 minutes.
We should totally have him like set up next to the exit.
Message!
We got a message.
From Kent, maybe?
If it's from Kent, I'm probably gonna throw this fucking phone in rage. BRB.